Hey guys, am I recording? Yeah, I think so. Hi everybody. I think it's time I do another of these little videos where I update you a little bit on my physical health situation. Um, I'll try to keep this video short, but yeah. So long story short, it feels like I'm finally making like baby steps and like progress towards getting better dealing with my nerve pain caused by herniated disc issues in my lower spine. Um, yeah, quick recap. This started in January. That's when I started to get these pains, like insane and quite intense pains. I would give them an 8 or a 9 on a scale of 10 in strength or intensity. There were times where I was just crying and unable to do anything at all. Just sleeping was a nightmare, and during the day I would just try to get through the day by moving from couch to the bed and sitting on a chair. Walking was like terrible, and yeah, it was like that for the first couple of weeks, and it's kind of hard to recap for me because it started in the end of January, beginning of February, and right now we are getting to middle of July, so it's already taking quite some time, and um, it's quite a lot of time has passed by, and trying to find the right words to describe the process that I've been having, and because during this time I've had times where I thought like I'm getting better and things are slowly improving and I'm getting more mobility back. Like I had this in March or April at a time where I was like feeling rather good for let's say 4 or 5 days in a row, which was kind of new back then, and it was like finally something was happening, only for it to get like quite bad again, and like bad like in the beginning, kind of bad, back to all that intensity. So the line was like up and down, and with lower, uh, yeah, with deeper lows, stuff like that. But okay, the past couple of weeks, well, I started seeing an osteopath in April, and I think I've had 7 or 8 appointments there now. The first 4 or 5 or 6, something like that. Um, this guy slowly started to do some adjustments on me. First, he started off e- with the easy stuff, basically, not like cracking me or whatever, and more like focusing on my organs and my stomach area for some reason. I think just to get the pressure off of the entire nerve system. That didn't do too much, and every time when I left his practice, I really needed like 5 days a week, sometimes 4 days, sometimes 8, to like get back to a acceptable level of being okay with my pain and mobility. All this time I'm taking painkillers. I still do. They take off the edge mostly. But yeah, it took me like quite some time to get back to this minimum level where I could at least like have a few good hours or days in a week, whatever. But the last 2 times, he's done some more adjustments and like some light chiropractical stuff, like cracking and adjusting, and he's bending me in like all kinds of positions and putting pressure on that. And I'm no osteopath, and this guy obviously knows what he's doing. And for any of you who know what osteopath is and osteopath does, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He's ramping up his treatments, and yeah, the last two they've really made a difference. I feel like because every time before that, when I stood up from the table and left his practice, I was in pain, and yeah, it took me hours on that day to get to that level of acceptable feeling again. And as I said, would take days for that to get better. But yeah, I think last 2 times it's getting better. Like I'm trying to not make this video too long, but I think I'm failing at that. But anyways, past 2 times I got up off of his table and felt like way better, way less pain, way less shooting nerve pain, way less tingling sensation from my hip towards my feet, which I've always had so far. Sleeping has gone quite a bit better. Yesterday I walked for 5.5 kilometers, which is the longest distance I've done walking since middle of January. So that's kind of a milestone there. I think 75 or 80% of this walk felt relatively normal, where I was not in too much pain and I could go at a decent pace. I'm used to hiking larger distances. That obviously didn't happen these past 5-6 months. But yesterday I felt like I got back into some sort of rhythm that I'm used to from before, which is something I haven't felt and experienced in ages. The week before, like last week or the week before that, like I'm lost in time, but whatever. I experimented with skipping 1 or 2 doses of painkillers. That worked for 40 plus hours, where I was reasonably okay without them. After yesterday, I tried that too. This morning was a little bit rough, and I took some painkillers again this afternoon. And I have to say that, yeah, this minimum level of having the pain and the issues is slowly getting better. And I wanted to say so much more, but I guess that's the message of this video, that for the first time in 5 or 6 months, I can see like an upward trend, finally. Still with dips, but it's getting there, I think. And just wanted to let you know, that's all. Sorry if I wasted your time getting to this point in the video. If you're still here and watched me ramble on about this until now, thank you very much for your time and support. And I'll be sure to check in with you guys soon. Thank you very much.